Alright, let's get right into it. Today, we're looking at a pretty wild story, one that's all about what happens when ancient storytelling traditions slam right into modern technology. You know, it's the classic tale of the ghost and the machine, but maybe not in the way you'd think. Now, this quote you're seeing, that's not part of some fictional story. That's a real message, a kind of SOS, that a group of creators tucked inside their latest animation. It's a distress signal, coming from the middle of a battle that's happening just behind our screen. So that quote comes from a YouTube channel called Chewing Gum TV Telugu. What they do is pretty cool. They create these amazing animated horror series based on traditional Telugu folklore. But right in the middle of their newest story, they hit pause on the action to send a really urgent message to their viewers. And the situation is, well, it's bad. Their channel's been completely demonetized, they're getting hit with community guideline strikes, and they're staring down the very real possibility of being shut down for good. Their entire creative process is basically getting squeezed to a halt. This brings us to the real heart of the conflict. See, this isn't about creators trying to break the rules. It's about a fundamental breakdown in communication between a very specific cultural art form and a global, automated system that just doesn't get it. And here is the perfect example of the problem. The creators draw a bandham. It's a type of short ghost, a well-known figure in Telugu folk stories. But YouTube's algorithm doesn't see a cultural character. It just sees a figure with no clothes on. So, boom, it gets flagged and they get penalized. All because the AI has absolutely zero cultural context. And make no mistake, a community guideline strike is a huge deal. It's a formal penalty on your record. If you get too many of them, your channel can literally be deleted. It's the tool that turns an AI's simple mistake into a creator's absolute nightmare. So the list of things they're being told they can't do is honestly kind of insane for a channel that makes horror folklore. No depicting blood, no showing family arguments, which is, the basis of drama. They can't even have children in their fictional stories. And the most bizarre one, featuring a ghost can get you flagged for promoting superstitions, even when it's clearly fiction. So you have to be wondering, what exactly is this story that's causing so much trouble? Let's take a quick look inside their latest work, Pathala Bandham. This is the piece of art that's right in the middle of this whole storm. The story itself is this sprawling fantasy epic. I mean, you've got heroes with cracking crowns losing their power, a dark pit attacking a village, and ghostly sidekicks like our little bandham getting captured and turned to stone. It's a complex, ongoing saga deeply rooted in the kind of mythological storytelling that's been around for centuries. And it's so important to stress this. The creators themselves are crystal clear that this is a work of fiction made for a mature audience. They aren't trying to promote anything harmful. This is just storytelling, an art form that's being completely misunderstood. Okay, so this whole algorithmic mess isn't just some abstract technical problem. It has very real, very serious consequences for the actual human beings making this art. This number? Well, it says everything. Because of the demonetization, for the past 6 months, the channel has earned exactly 0 rupees from YouTube. Their main source of income, just gone. And this isn't just one person working in their bedroom. There's a whole team of 12 people, artists, writers, animators, who all depend on this channel to make a living. That's 12 families suddenly facing a really tough situation. But what's really amazing is their integrity through all of this. They say they've had big money offers from betting apps. We're talking huge amounts, but they've turned them all down. Why? Because they feel a responsibility to their audience. They won't promote something they feel is harmful, even when they're desperate for money. So with their back against the wall, they've been forced to do the one thing they probably never wanted to do. Ask their fans directly for donations, just to keep the lights on and keep their art form from disappearing. Alright, let's zoom out for a second, because this story, the story of Chewing Gum TV, it isn't just about one channel. It's a perfect case study for a huge, modern problem that creators are running into all over the globe. This right here, this really shows you the power imbalance. You've got these gigantic global platforms that use one-size-fits-all rules for everyone. But those rules just can't or don't account for the deep, specific nuances of local cultures. And that's how you end up in a situation exactly like this one. It really forces you to ask a pretty big question. In this new world where algorithms are the police, what does the future look like for traditional storytelling? Can these ancient, rich cultural stories actually survive when the machine doesn't even understand what they are. And that leaves us with this final thing to chew on. When a platform's code clashes with a community's culture, who's supposed to be the one to change? Should the creators water down their ancient stories just to please the algorithm? Or should the algorithm be taught to understand the incredible, diverse tapestry of human culture?